quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's Mecole Hardman. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He can't get him down. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down, Kansas City.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's goes the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
22.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brought him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On first down, here's Breida. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at
the third-year defensive tackle out of Florida State, Derek Nottie, with a nice play there. Started every game for Kansas City during their Super Bowl run a season ago. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down. And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10.
Yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down.
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy. And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make. Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts. No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to
Demarcus Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Dolphins, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
By the Chiefs.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chiefs 7, Dolphins nothing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double move.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Dolphins.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
At the 25-yard line.
Now it's Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 40.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
10. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
3rd down and 9.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Let's go. Mike. Number 53. Mike 53. You got nothing today.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Share. Shot 17.
Play action, now it's Tua. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
On the handoff, this is Breida. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Breida. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
He was brought down at his...
Another nice play there by Chris Jones, a Pro Bowler for the first time in 2020. A 5-year man out of Mississippi State. I would dare say plenty more Pro Bowls for him coming up.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The rookie, Brandon Jones, picks it off.
Mahomes' pass intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Breida to get the third quarter started. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They run again with Breida. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got 4. 24 is the mark.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Dolphins 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
He was brought down by
defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
That's good.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Credit the tackle to Tano Passigno.
Carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
4th down.
They run for it with Breida. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
For the Chiefs field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Breida on the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
By the Chiefs.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. His kick is right through.
Makes the score Chiefs 35, Dolphins 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Tua. It's complete to Grant. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
For a Miami.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
1st and
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Breida. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Tyrann Mathieu.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
38-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
Dolphins.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Willie Gay on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
They run with Breida. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Time run.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. He was given 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a give to Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
39-yard line.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Anthony Hitchens brought
that play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Juan Thornhill on the tackle.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On third down, a run from Breida. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,